morning.
Today we are getting some farm jobs done. We're finally resettling after having to move around and leave home for a bit of time because of the fires around Tassie. Nothing's happening at the moment with the concrete pubs because we had huge rain, so it's all wet now. They can't do their concreting. Grant and I are starting to work through a little bit of a list that we have of things that we want to get done on the farm. So we're working on that today.
Thank you very much. Did two of my jobs. I fixed that sprinkler to water this paddock so we can get it nice and green again.
Yes.
And I chopped out the bush in our pump house.
So Grant and I just had 2 of our paddocks slashed this week.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Which is farm life language for moan.
Slash it. Slash
So we can now get into them, which is really, really nice. It's been a bit sad we've been saying to not be able to get into 2 of them. Now that that's done, we're going to go under the willow tree, I think, today and cut up the big apple, what are they called?
Apple crates. Yeah, we're going to try.
Yeah.
We're going to have to flip them.
And clean up under there. So should be good. Happy and I are making a hideout.
We're making our first plum jam. We've got
Woohoo!
1 kilo of plums in the pot right now, and 1 more kilo of plums.
Yeah, baby. These are like your babies. Your first like huge harvest from our fruit orchard.
Yeah, sure are.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting. And we're washing the jars in the dishwasher.
Got it happening.
And then we're gonna sterilize them in the pot, in the oven. We're gonna go mental with the sterilization.
Where did we find our rad massive nonna pot?
Oh, the tip shop.
Tip
Found it at
shop.
the tip shop.
Have a look in there. There's nothing
Tip shop.
in there at the moment, but that's where all the jars gonna go.
We use these to make the pectin.
Yep. So what's
So we're gonna
that?
boil this up.
What is it?
These are all the seeds.
Yep.
So you can get the pectin out of this instead of using like an artificial chemical or whatever, or something. We're gonna do 2 kilos of plums, and then we'll just put in the sugar. I think like we'll start with 1.5 kilos of sugar. We have to use the Luscious because the bottom pot is really thick. Apparently, if you use a thin bottom, it burns and caramelizes the sugar, and then you have like
Not
caramelized jam. It's
Yeah.
it's not really jam. After we get the jam like mushy, we'll use the what's that stick thing?
The zip.
Zip to blend them all up because we're not going to take the skin off. Sometimes you can get like this funny skin in the jam, so we're going to blend it all, so you can't tell really that there was
Oh, cool.
skin in it.
Very exciting. We'll keep you posted, Matt. So I get this jar?
Yeah.
Put it in?
Yeah. You want to try and make sure you get all the bubbles out. Pretty excited. Oh, I lift the lid on a jam. Let's check that out. Oh, it's getting jammy.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. Look, it's starting to go jammy, look.
Do you sometimes feel like a bipolar jam maker in between kids and the joy of jam?
Yeah, definitely.
That was a good day on the farm, wasn't it, babe?
It was so good.
We got lots of stuff done.
Let's see what we did.
We did heaps of tidying and work down. Well, Grant did heaps of tidying and work down in the willow.
We chopped up some old apple crates that will be used for timber, and we did a bit of mowing. We harvested some more fruit.
We got rid of heaps of fruit today, and we made our first jam.
Yes, we made our first jam, and it tastes so good.
Yeah.
It doesn't taste like any jam from the store, and all we did is we used a bit of lemon juice and a bit of sugar.
So
and,
cool.
You know, did it without pectin, and it was worked out pretty good.
I was thinking, do you reckon one of the hardest things about moving from like the suburbs to a farm, sort of, is kind of like managing our expectations? Like, because there's so many things that we want to do.
Stuff to get stuff done.
Well, there's so many things we want to do, and it's really difficult.
Got this place for us. It was like, yeah, it's perfect. But then after you stay here a little while, it's like, well, actually,
it's still perfect, but we're just
it is.
We're molding it into our own.
Yeah, and I think it just changed a few little things that suit us better.
Even like with all the things that we're super duper excited about doing. Like we want to do so much, and we're really excited about it all, and sometimes it's frustrating because it doesn't happen like really quickly and straight away.
There's so many projects that we want to do, and all these projects are going to help us achieve our goals and make us, you know, more self-sufficient or sustainable, or whatever you want to call it. It can be frustrating because it takes a while to get those things done.
Even things like our concept of wanting to eat like seasonally, that can take a really long time
to adjust.
Like it's probably going to take, I reckon, a good 2, maybe 3 years for us to learn the land, learn how to grow on this land, learn enough for us to be able to say that we're eating seasonally and being more self-sufficient in our production, like food production. And that's like something that we're not used to, because we just usually go to a supermarket, get what we want to eat, and we get whatever we want. We don't even think about if it's seasonal or not. So now even just like getting used to that idea of actually like exploring for us what seasonal eating is and how we're going to achieve that and how long it's going to take.